Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today is going to be part 6 of my 2022 Spooky Town display. So today we are going to focus on putting the turf, grass, whatever on the base of my platform. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and kind of that way you can see how I've done all of this so far. So I'm going to go ahead and kick the video off with showing you what type of like moss and grass things I do have. So what we're going to be using for the landscaping, I bought some Spanish moss. I actually got this from the Dollar Tree. I actually do have a bunch more in my garage as well. And then I have this stuff that honestly I've had for years, and I do believe I also bought it from the Dollar Tree. And then I did get this year. So this was from Michael's, from their Halloween section. So I thought this would be fun to add. More than likely, I'm probably going to have to go and grab the more of the Spanish moss. But let's go ahead and kick off this video with starting with how I'm going to prepare all of this for being able to actually put onto the display. Okay, so I took the Spanish moss that was in this pack. I just pulled it out and just lightly undid it. It's pretty dusty, I do have to say. But as you can see, it's not a whole lot. Like I said, I'm probably gonna have to go get the one or the other things of moss I have in the garage out. But what I'm gonna do is just slowly pull this apart without trying to make too much of a mess. But my main thing, I have some little scissors. I figured these were probably sharper than anything else I have. And all I'm going to do is literally go around and just like clip and just cut it. And I'm going to keep cutting it and keep cutting it until it's much smaller pieces to work with. Because one, it's going to give me a lot more to work with. And two, if I just laid this on there, that's just gonna look kind of silly. So just gonna take my time clipping the moss. Alright guys, so I just went and grabbed some more of the Spanish moss for my garage. I have like a huge stash of this, to be honest, that I kind of forgot about until after I brought this one home. So this is the store-bought one. This is the one I've had, so it is slightly lighter, which is kind of nice, give a little more dimension. But you see, honestly, it wasn't a whole lot, and I cut it up pretty small. So I'm just gonna continue cutting this one up. And then also, I don't know if you can see here, so this is just a bunch of like pine needles and like small little sticks that were in this moss too. So I guess the good thing about it is that I've cleaned it up a little bit. So honestly, this one's probably going to be pretty dirty too, but let's go ahead and continue cutting up the moss just so I have more to work with, because I'd rather have a lot more than not enough. So let's keep going. Alright guys, so I finished cutting up all of the Spanish moss. So it's actually a decent amount in there, and I cut it as small as I feel like would be necessary. I don't know, I might go back through and cut it smaller. It just kind of depends. And I did go ahead and pull out all of the moss that was in that other bag. So this one, I'm probably not gonna cut up for the landscaping part. So it's kind of like I don't know, like it almost doesn't feel like it's real. I mean, it probably is, but it definitely has been colored, because moss does not normally look black. And plus, yeah, you see all the, yeah, I don't know. And it just feels different. So anyway, so it's cool. This I thought was gonna be like little like crunchy things, but honestly this is like super spongy, and it's actually kind of still moist. So I'm actually surprised that it didn't like get moldy, because yeah, it's like super spongy. Like I can squish it and it's like bloop, right back. I was thinking about using these as like little bushes, but I'm also kind of worried because they are still kind of damp. I don't know, maybe I should like sit them outside for a little bit. I don't know if that's gonna like dry them up too much. So this is still a maybe. And it has, again, they just feel weird. And then there's like one sheet, should I say, of this type of moss. This one I was thinking about actually pulling it completely apart and mixing it in with this one, just so there's extra like green mixed in with this one. So I think I am gonna do that, to be honest. And then this one is a little different as well. They're like little, almost looks like little coral pieces, or like a little creepy little bush, but I mean, they're so flat, so it wouldn't really be able to like stand up. But I'd have to sit here and like pull a lot of it apart. But I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with this yet. This is probably gonna be, I think I might make some little spooky trees myself. So I might actually use this to help make my little spooky trees. But I think, like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and try and cut this one up, or at least pull it apart and mix it in with the Spanish moss. Alright guys, so that is kind of what the mixture kind of looks like. I mean, I haven't really mixed it in too much. And I didn't want to add too much green either. And then I did save a little piece of this as well, because I might actually add some of this greener sections to the Mad Pumpkin Patch Hill, since I already had green on it. So just to give it a little bit more accent. I might not. I might end up just chopping it up and adding it to this mixture here. But yeah, so that's what I got going on so far. And then let's just continue. Honestly, I don't know what I'm gonna do next, so your guess is as good as mine. Let's just move on. Okay guys, so it's kind of hard to see the little green pieces in here. So we ended up going to Walmart. I had to get a couple things anyway, so I did pick up another bag of this green and this one as well, which is more like, it's called sheet moss, so it's in bigger chunks. Well, I can't really see it, but either way. So I'm gonna go ahead and, I'm not gonna use all of this, but I am gonna go ahead and shred up some more of the green to mix in with this. And then I'm probably still gonna add, I haven't added any of this color to it, but I think I'm gonna add some of this too. I just wanna have it, you know, not all the same color. Like I want it to look a little more on the natural side. And normally dead grass or whatever is, you know, kind of different colors, to be honest, like when it's first, you know, dying. But anyway, I'm gonna cut this up and we'll check back in. Okay guys, so I have it nice and mixed up. I did go ahead and add some of this brown in there as well, which you can probably see. It is really dusty, so I did take it outside to kind of like mix it up really good. But I definitely like how this is looking. So I already took everything off of the main board, and since this grass mixture is really dusty, I'm actually going to take this whole piece outside. So let me go ahead and get set up out there, and then actually real quick, what I'm going to use, I'm actually going to use the Elmer's glue. I'm going to pour some in a cup and add a little bit of water just so it glides on a little bit better. And I'll be using a little foam brush to actually do it. And then, yeah, I'll meet you outside. Okay, so I ended up making the glue. It's probably about like an 80-20 mixture, 20% water, 80% of the glue. So I'm gonna just start with a small section at a time. Again, the whole reason for adding the water to the glue is just to make it easier to apply in general. And plus, I'm still looking to you know, I don't want the whole entire thing to be completely covered with the grass. Can't talk today. So if, like, you know, if some doesn't quite stick in certain spots, that is perfectly fine. I just want as much as possible, but without, you know, being too much. Okay, so that should be enough of that for now. Take my mixture and I'm just gonna sprinkle it on. Alright guys, so I got the initial layer down. I think it looks pretty good. So I have it all on where everything was brown, except for where the buildings are. So I'm definitely going to let this dry and then I'll come back and do a little bit more work to it. Okay guys, so I figured while I wait for the main base to dry outside, I figured I'd go ahead and start working on this guy a little bit, adding just an extra, I don't know if you, yeah, you can see it. I already kind of chopped up a little bit of the green moss. So again, it's from, what was it, the forest moss bag or whatever that I got from Walmart. So I'm gonna just, again, just using a little bit. I'm not going to do a whole lot, but again, just to kind of match like what the base of this is looking like. You know, since it has like all like the green vines and everything on it. I'm just going to use, again, just a little bit of Elmer's glue, a little sponge, and I'm just going to put a little bit of glue down and just kind of place this wherever. So it's just a piece of scrap styrofoam. I'm going to put this on just so I can get some on the sponge. Okay, so now I'm going to take the rubbing alcohol, which I put in here, and spray the ground of my display with this first. It's supposed to break the tension, apparently. I don't know. It's what I've heard on other YouTubers, so I'm doing it. And then this is a mixture of mostly water, but it is the Elmer's glue as well, super watered down. So I'm going to spray this over top of it all after I do the isopropyl alcohol. So let's go ahead and get that going. Alright guys, so I have it back inside. I did go ahead and put all of the other pieces back on just to kind of see how everything was looking. There's a couple of things that are kind of up a little bit higher. Let me see if I can get a good angle. Like this little section here. It's okay. Honestly, some more of this is probably going to fall off anyway. But I'm definitely digging how everything is looking so far. All right, guys, so my next thoughts were to use some of this creepy cloth, so a black and a gray, and do some kind of like draping on the back, so it has a little bit, it's not just this beige wall for the backdrop. All right, so I went ahead and put all of the houses in their spots. Definitely liking how everything is looking so far. Grass is looking nice. I might fiddle with the backdrop a little bit more, mostly like this little section here, a little black section. I'm probably gonna add like some leaves or something back there too, or something else just to give it a little more something. But yeah, it's coming along pretty well. I think what I'm gonna do next is go ahead and start kind of putting some trees in some places. Go ahead and try and set up the little graveyard situation. For the most part, I think that's pretty much it for the main part. Everything else is gonna be just you know, jazzing it up to make it look more full and active and more alive. So yeah, let's go ahead and get that started. All right, so I went ahead and pulled all of my little accessories back out to definitely make it a little more, you know, livable looking. It's all the corns, the little cats, a lot more of the hay bales. I found these little pumpkins at the dollar store or Dollar Tree. I'm gonna probably pull them off the sticks for sure. My husband did get these as well. I'm not sure how they're gonna look, but if I do use these, it's probably gonna be in the pumpkin patch area. Again, he found these at Hobby Lobby. But yeah, so, and then if I do use the fence in different spots, I'm probably gonna like make it look a little older, like distress it up a little bit. And then I still have these that I was gonna try and make into trees as well. So, and these little trees, more leaves. These are like the leaves I'll probably put like on the background just to make it look not so just one color back there. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started taking all the tags off of these. And probably, honestly, I might actually start doing the little corn too. So let's go ahead and get this going. Honestly, I'm probably gonna go back and paint all of these little foam ones. That way, one, to get maybe like a little bit darker, I don't know. Or at least get the, you know, repaint them to get the white off. Anyway, so back here, I kind of made it to look more like a little maze, because I think I'm going to make like a little foam sign that says corn maze and probably either put it on this side or that side. Because now that I'm looking at it, honestly, I'm probably going to also make a couple more of the tombstones for the graveyard. And I'll probably just make those out of foam as well, just because I feel like this just isn't enough tombstones. So what I'm going to do now, I'm probably going to go ahead and open up the cats and kind of place them different spots. Oh, and then also the little lanterns, I ended up putting them here on the ale house. I think that looks cute. I'll just have to like move, like redo the wiring over here so they're not whatever, like showing and stuff. And I did use two of these, as you can tell, one in the back, one in the front. I think it looks so cute with the little witch's cottage. Probably gonna put some of the cats around here. I'll probably put some around here as well. But yeah, so that's where it's looking right now. It's slowly coming together for sure. I might still kind of, like I said, rework this a little bit, but I'm kind of digging how everything's looking. But yeah. Guys, so I decided to make this little the little corn maze sign. So I did it as a haunted corn maze, and then I have, this was like one of my long matchsticks I broke in half. Honestly, I had used one and then I was like, I might as well burn the other end, but I figured I would kind of do it like this and like stick it on there. I mean, of course I still have to paint it and everything, but don't worry about the background picture there. But have like one side like slightly higher than the other when I do stick it over there. But I'm gonna go ahead and paint this. Gonna paint the sticks black, and I'm gonna paint this the same way. Honestly, I'm gonna probably do black first to get into the letters, and then go over it with a dry brush and brown maybe. So we'll kind of see how that goes. All right, guys, so I already painted this one black and the little sticks. So while I was doing that, I was like, oh yeah, I forgot I was gonna make more tombstones. So these are the little tombstones that I made. So nothing crazy. They are kind of small. I don't need too many. I just wanted a couple extra. And honestly, I'm probably just gonna glue a toothpick to the back so they'll stand up. But I'm gonna go ahead and paint all these black as well. These I'm gonna do more of like the gray tone, of course, to match more what gravestones look like. So I'm gonna do that real quick, and I think this is actually already dry, so I'm gonna go ahead and do a dry brush of the brown on this one. those to finish drying so I can actually put them up. I had the thought of putting, honestly, these purple lights actually like underneath, oh, right here, underneath here. And I thought the best way to go about actually putting them on there was with actually just some staples. So I figured I'd just pull out a bunch. Sure, that looks like plenty. Because then I could just push them up into the foam to hold the wire. So that's what I'm gonna attempt to do right now. Let's see how it turns out. Okay, so since I have the purple ones underneath, honestly, I'm not really going to know how any of this turns out until later tonight, but I was thinking for these, since they're like a flashing orange, I've noticed that at nighttime, it's kind of dark in this general area. So I was actually thinking about putting the flashing ones like behind this board, so it kind of like flashes down and up for whenever I do decide whatever I'm doing up here yet. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and see. Honestly, I'm probably just gonna have to use like just some like regular tape and just like tape it to the back. I don't know, I'm gonna try out a couple different things and see how it goes. Okay, so real quick, I jumped on my Cricut machine and cut out a bunch of bats. So there's like 10 of each size. So my thoughts are just to kind of make these, or kind of like put them like in the like the little creepy cloth, you know, just kind of decorate the back up a little bit more. So I don't know how well they're gonna stay, so we'll just kind of see and I'll show you when it's done. It's freaking bats. All right guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap the video up now. I feel like this one's taking me a little bit longer just because there was a lot of like little details that I was wanting to add as I was making it, as you could tell. So for the next video, I will show everything in completion, and I'll do like a really nice like slow go through where it's during the day and during the night with all the lights on, so it's gonna be really fun. I am still waiting for a couple of trees and a light bulb from Amazon to get here. So hopefully they'll be here for that video. If not, then I am gonna be doing a decorating for Halloween video as well. So if you would, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. That way you'll be, and the little notification bell. That way you'll know when I do post the new videos. And if also go ahead and hit the like button if you enjoyed watching this video. I have greatly enjoyed doing all these little details. So hopefully you've enjoyed watching the process. But until next time, I'll be seeing ya.